Preet Gill.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I had proposed an amendment to this bill which had cross-party support. I and members on all sides were concerned that this bill would have placed severe restrictions on members of the Sikh community's ability to observe and practice their faith. I thank the Minister again for her clarity and assurances today and will withdraw my amendment. I believe these consequences to have been inadvertent and perhaps due to a lack of consultation with the Sikh community, and I welcome the opportunity to meet with the Secretary of State and the Minister to outline concerns and to clarify their position. And following these meetings, I was pleased to see a desire to avert what would be the bill's damaging consequences for the Sikh community and welcome Amendments 59, 60 and 61, which are the Government's own amendments to the bill to avoid this, which I fully support. I'd like to put on record my appreciation on behalf of the APPG for British Sikhs to the Right Honourable Member for Bromsgrove and the Member for Louth and Horncastle for listening to the concerns raised by us and the Sikh Federation about the Sikh Kirpan. I would also like to thank the Right Honourable Members for Wolverhampton South East and Beaconsfield for their support in this process, and I'd like to briefly outline the importance of these amendments in ensuring that this bill would maintain the status quo in continuing to legally safeguard the sale, possession and use of large Kirpans. I should say at the outset, Mr Speaker, that the Sikh community in the UK is fully behind tightening the law on offensive weapons. We've all been appalled by the toll knife crime is taking on innocent young lives, and every member of this House supports a robust and just system of law to crack down on this very serious problem. That system of law should include the measures in this bill in restrictions on sales of particular types of knives and appropriate punishments. It must also be paired with early intervention to tackle youth violence and the police provided with adequate resources to tackle violent crime. We cannot go on with the level of knife crime that is taking place in many parts of the country. Observance of the Sikh faith for practising Sikhs requires adherence to keeping what we call the 5 Ks, and one of the 5 Ks is to wear a kirpan. And as you know, larger kirpans are used on many religious occasions, such as during all Sikh wedding ceremonies up and down the country, during Nagar Kirtans in April and November, in front of the Holy Scriptures, in Gurdwaras and in homes, and during Gatka demonstrations where thousands take part, and I could go on. The effect of the bill in its current incarnation would, and I paraphrase from the Policy Equality Statement produced by the Home Office in June 2018, place limits on the use and availability of these ceremonial kirpans that can be found in virtually all Sikh households, and the current language would expose Sikhs who have kept kirpans at home for years to prison sentences of up to a year for doing nothing other than following one of the key tenets of our faith and the Sikh way of life. And there are strict rules about the carrying and use of the kirpan, and it is strictly ceremonial and must never be used in an aggressive or confrontational or offensive manner, and these rules are respected and understood by the Sikh community. Our amendment sought to amend the bill to allow the use of ceremonial kirpans as they have been used, with no threat to public safety or public order up until now, and the Government's own amendment does nothing other than to maintain the status quo, and I'm pleased to support it alongside the understanding that there will be an accompanying set of documentation which explicitly mentions the kirpan and therefore reflects the importance of not criminalising the Sikh community for sale or possession of the large kirpans. Thank you.
Magnificent. Thank you.